A new medication to rekindle the romance in women's lives was recently recommended for approval by an FDA panel. Part of that recommendation came from a specialist right here in the tri-state at UC Health in Westchester. As medical reporter Liz Bonus shows us, many say for younger women who have a drop in desire, this drug is long overdue.
Yes, they should have the option to have that.
I think the idea of it is fantastic.
Talk to most women about having a medication to bring back the passion in a relationship, and you'll find almost unanimous support.
I think it would be awesome. It's about time. We need one, for sure.
But as Dr. Lisa Larkin found out, that support wasn't on Capitol Hill until recently for a medication called flibanserin. She testified in favor of the FDA approving this drug. Research shows it can help treat a condition in 1 in 10 younger women. It is called HSDD, hypoactive sexual activity disorder.
So my understanding is one of the battles has been even convincing people that this disorder actually exists.
To me, it really harkens back to when we used to think that depression really didn't exist. The definition of hypoactive sexual desire disorder is a woman who's had a normal libido and who has persistent loss of that libido, who has really no interest in sex.
Unlike other drugs, flibanserin is not a hormone.
So what is in it, how does it work, and who should be the person that this would be either prescribed for or given to?
This is a drug that works on neurotransmitters in the brain. So it specifically works on norepinephrine, dopamine, and serotonin. And it really helps shift the balance of those neurotransmitters so that women have a restored libido, which they have lost.
Those who have championed women's sexual health research say this medication is long overdue.
You just think already 26 drugs on the market for men, and this is our first pill for women.
Patty Brisbane, who started the company Pure Romance, also runs the Brisbane Foundation for Women's Sexual Health. She says for every woman who's not had the option of treatment for a drop in desire,
and now we can celebrate having this pill that can quite possibly change this woman's life.
Other young women, such as Renee Jackson, agree. She's getting married next year and says desire is critical for any relationship to succeed.
Desire really opens the door for feeling connected, for having shared pleasure with one another. And if you can have that closeness, then you're going to have the highest level of intimacy that you could ever possibly want.
A level Dr. Larkin said needs to be restored in those with HSDD. And in the studies of flibanserin,
60% of the women would tell you that they had dramatic improvements in their libido.
At UC Health in Westchester, Liz Bonus, Local 12 News.
Now, the drug does have side effects, including the potential to cause a drop in blood pressure, fainting, and nausea. The FDA does usually take recommendations from the panel, but there is no exact date of when that would be in pharmacies or what it would cost.